We're at Bristol Pond. It's a beautiful wetland habitat. I walk mostly where other people don't walk, and I'm looking for movement, any kind of movement, and if I see movement, I'll try to pin down whatever's moving. I know there's no venomous snakes here, so I don't have to worry about inadvertently catching something that I'm not prepared for. I am interested in herpetology, which include reptiles and amphibians. I'm Cindy, and this is my outdoor journal. Let's go herping. About 5 years now, I went to a talk about salamanders, and I realized that there were a lot of things out here that I had no idea about, and it really piqued my interest, and I decided to study and learn more about them.
They're pretty big?
They're pretty big. Yeah, like here's one very cooperative. This one's not too big. Oh, this is Beauty. This is a
that was quick.
Medium-sized water snake, common water snake, and they're kind of feisty when you first get them, but they'll calm down usually. And these guys often bite. They have these nice bands when they're young, and they get a little stained and darker colored as they age. But this one's not. You can still see a lot of that pretty banding, and they have a beautiful belly, shiny and smooth with half moons. It's beautiful though, isn't it? So the vent is everything. So that's where the belly ends and the tail starts. They give birth to live young, so it's where they would give birth through. It's all the waist, and it's where they would musk you. So everything comes out this one hole. It's right there. Ooh. There, right there for you. That's the vent. Musk is just sort of a defense mechanism. It doesn't smell great, kind of stinky, and it's just one mechanism that they use to say, hey, let go of me. And so that's what he just did. I think it's a he. So they have hemipenes. They have 2 penises. They're called hemipenes, and they're tucked right in there. So they can mate from either side. They have to line up on the side of the female, and so they can mate from either side. I am just very interested in nature, so even if I'm not actively, specifically out herping, I'm always looking around to see what's out there. It helps me understand nature better. I just care about it. I like to know that things are out there and the populations are healthy. This one looks really healthy. This, Margaret, would be a good one if you are interested in
holding him.
Yeah, it's good because it's not too big and it's not biting, and you just keep it moving. It calms down much more quickly if you just let it do its thing. It wants to keep moving, so I keep alternating my hands and letting it move from one hand to the other. They're known as being aggressive, but really they're more defensive. Like I'm the one out grabbing them, and so if they bite me, that seems like a reasonable behavior. They'll eat frogs and small mammals, eggs.
Like frog eggs?
Yeah, or even bird eggs too, fish eggs, but they definitely, they did a study, and it was like, and they looked at the diet, and it was 95% fish and like 5% tadpoles. So they're very closely affiliated with water. They're very rough feeling.
Yeah. So he's warming up on the side here before he goes in the water for the day?
Yeah, he might just hang out. They just like to be near the water, so they might feed in the water or just escape predators in the water. But they're just, they love just this time of year, just warming up.
There he goes in the water.
Water snakes can overwinter in beaver dens and dams and talus slope. They can't freeze, so they don't just overwinter in the water. I just love to look for herps because it gives me a much more awareness of what else is out here in the environment. It can be very hands-on, so I feel good when I find a lot of different species in different habitats. It's really fun to go herping with friends. The more people you have looking, the more stuff you're going to find.
I think it's really important to be connected with nature and the animals that are out there, to think about how we can live our lives in a way that enhances their lives as well. They're all a part of our entire ecosystem.
Okay, here's a bigger one. Hi, buddy. Hi. All right, come on out. Here we go. Oh, yeah. See, he's going to try to bite me, maybe. Yep, he bit me. It's okay. This is more of a full size. one, and he musked me already. Not too happy. Wow, something got him. Look at that. It's a dangerous life for these guys.
So what would get it, do you think?
Mammals, birds of prey, snapping turtles.
Right.
Will eat smaller ones, the younger ones. Here's the vent right here, where it goes from single to double. This section right afterwards is males. It's more parallel, and females it tapers more. But sometimes it's hard to tell. So this might be a female. Females are bigger than the males. The males are smaller. I guess that they have more successful mating if they can get around and mate with more females, cover more range, and mate successfully with the females. And the females, they give live birth, so they've got to develop the embryos inside of them. In Vermont, they give birth in August and September. That's cool. You don't necessarily have to find the animal itself. If you find a shed skin, you know you have snakes there. You can see the belly scales pretty well here, and then through it you can see the dorsal scales. It has to shed in order to grow, so it gets rid of the old skin. It hooks the corner of its mouth on something, and then it can peel itself inside out. So the skins actually end up being inside out, like if you pulled your sock out. They're hard to hold on to.
I got
You got it? Nice catch. Yeah, right there, right at the waist, perfect. Ooh, that's a male green frog. It has a yellow throat, and males have that during the breeding season. And it also, the tympanum is larger than the eye.
Tympanum is this circle here, right?
That's right, and that's how it hears. And in the green frog, they have to lay their eggs in permanent water because their tadpoles overwinter at least a year. They're hanging, saving energy. Some of the things that herpetologists are concerned about are habitat loss and fragmentation. Habitat is getting broken up. It's isolating populations, having roads nearby. A lot of herps get killed by the roads, and there's just loss of habitat. They're losing their wetlands. They're losing their buffers around the wetlands. It's a big problem. So what the layperson could do to help some of these reptiles and amphibians is to just get out and learn more about them, which will increase your understanding and your concerns about these species. They're an integral part of the habitat and the food web. Some skills that are helpful if you're going to go out herping is it's really just being aware and listening and paying attention to what's going on, and also knowing where to look. If you know a little bit about what you're looking for, you'll know what habitat to look in. You have to turn a lot of cover. You might have to flip a lot of rocks or logs. Most of them are very secretive and they like to hide. You just walk off the beaten path, look for movement. I was looking right along the edge of the water and in the sun. They're basking in the sun, but they want to be ready to get away in case there's any danger. You also sort of have to be pretty fast because they tend to get away quickly and you can miss your opportunity, but that comes with practice. You'll learn to not hesitate. Even though you might not want to touch that snake, it'll get away if you hesitate.